today's video is my return. Apologies for the lack of videos, but if you watched the last one, you'll know that Moreno was off work. He was on box rest with laminitis, but he is back now and he is sound. And I thought I would do a little documentation of our first ride back. Now, I'll be honest, it wasn't our first ride back. I did hop on him and just walked and did a little bit of trot, just a few strides, to make sure he was 100% comfortable, which he was. So this is our first proper ride back. And I did lunge him beforehand just to let out any enthusiasm. And also have his first canter because he has a tendency to explode. So I will insert that clip now. Do you want to go for a canter? Canter on. Okay. So as you can see, he's very happy to be back in work. So basically I lunged him, hopped on him. I didn't do too much, and I'll just do a little voiceover of the clips just to explain, you know, what's going on, how he's feeling, the whole shebang, because basically this channel was started last year. Well, it wasn't started, I started taking it seriously last year after an accident of Moreno's and how I was rehabbing him and everything. And now I feel like we're back full circle. So I just thought, for old time's sakes, do a little voiceover, talk us through it, and just see how that goes, really. It's actually a few days later that I'm recording this intro because I forgot to record one at the time. And he's been absolutely insane. Like, not insanely good. Insane as in he's going crazy. So that last clip was cut off, which I think is a sign for me to stop rambling on. I will cut on, that made no sense. I will jump on into the voiceover now and stop my rambling, and I hope you enjoy this video of our little grand return. So back to the voiceover is my favourite thing in the world. So I did lunge Moreno before I got on, as you can see. So I of course warmed him up again and walked him around a bit, but I didn't warm him up for as long as I normally would, because he did get a good warm up on the lunge. So as you can see here, I'm not really asking him to hold his head or anything. I just want him forward and I want him not to spook. So I'm doing short bursts of trot just to begin, to make sure he's definitely 100% comfortable. No tight turns or anything. Everything's very big. As you can see here, I am doing circles because Moreno gets so bored. I need to keep his brain like focusing. So big circles, nothing too small, nothing too tight. And as you can see, as it goes on, he is starting to hold his head himself a wee bit, which I was actually quite surprised by, because last year, whenever he was coming back into work, he just stuck his head up in the air and that was him. So here we can see, obviously, he's not looking as good as he was before he went off, obviously, but progress. You can see he's trying to, you know, snatch the bit down a little bit, so I'm trying to keep him up and not let him away with it, but, you know, he's lost a bit of manners, I'll say, with his time off. So I'm doing lots of halt transitions as well and making him stand, just because he needs to learn to wait. He was actually quite bad to get on. He kept walking away and he wouldn't stand, let me put his girth up either. So just reminding him that you do need to stand. And also here we're cantering for the first time. The cantering, I did the world's biggest circles. I didn't do anything tight, didn't do anything really strenuous with him. Kept it nice and short bursts. I did do a few little canter transitions, just mixed in with my walk to trot transitions and everything. We weren't doing halt to trot or walk to canter like we normally would. I just tried to keep everything quite basic for this little ride back. And as you can see, he's actually starting to soften and go quite nicely, although it did feel, he felt very heavy in my hand, which I really don't like. He's not normally like that. So it's a work in progress, but you can see he's definitely made progress from the start of the ride. Just trying to get him off the track a little bit, because he just likes to completely switch his brain off and just go around the track and think about things to spook at rather than think about what I'm asking him. So just keeping him off the track really helps with these small things like that. I left this wee clip in here just to show that the upwards transitions are not great. They're not very sharp. But again, I'm not really that annoyed, because Moreno can be very highly strung, and sometimes if you ask him to go into trot, he'll just take off, or sometimes he'll just take off of his own accord. So I didn't actually mind it, and I wanted to leave that in just to show like how it's changed and, you know, what we'll be working on. But we didn't ride for very long, as you can probably tell. It was a little short and sweet ride. He got a lot of walk breaks in between, and he got a lot of walking to cool him off after, just to make sure, you know, he wasn't overdoing it, and to make sure he wasn't going to hurt himself, because he has a tendency to do that, if you haven't noticed. But I was actually really happy with him this day. He didn't spook once, which blew my mind. He does have a look at things and throw his head up and just, you know, examine things, but he didn't spook, and I was just over the moon with him. I could have cried getting off him. You can even tell I'm wearing my body protector just to make myself a little bit more confident, so I felt safer on him, because he does have a tendency to go nuts, if you've seen some of my other videos. So here, I was actually really, really happy with this clip. He stopped throwing his head up and everything. Obviously not perfect, but so much better than how he started. And just look at him, like, he's obviously throwing his head up a wee bit. It's not going to be perfect. He's lost a lot of muscle. He doesn't have the strength to carry himself the way he used to. But he's really trying his best here. And he was absolutely exhausted after this ride. He was so tired. But obviously he's lost a lot of fitness with being on box rest for 6 weeks? No, for 4 weeks. But I was just so happy with him. So that is all for this week's video. I hope you like my pyjamas. I hope you enjoyed, and I am going to try and upload a bit more regularly. But obviously at the minute, this, like, bringing him back into work isn't very exciting. So I'm not sure how regular it'll be. But if something is worth vlogging, I will vlog it and I will upload it. I do hope you enjoyed today's video. I will maybe be back next week, I'm not sure. If you did enjoy, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you as soon as I can with another video. Bye!